Check out this clip from the Pre-Patch Podcast.
It's called Balatro. It is a deck builder gambling game. So one, I enjoy the card
So you're a
gambling
kick
side
streamer.
of Vegas. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's tone it back a little bit. But I do enjoy casinos and blackjack and Texas Hold'em and things like that. I also really enjoy roguelikes, and I really love these kind of style deck building games. And this is a very unique twist on all of that. So essentially you are playing Texas Hold'em or poker, right? I wouldn't say that necessarily, I guess Texas Hold'em, but you're playing poker. And you are going up against the small blind, the big blind, and the boss. And if you're unfamiliar with poker, there's a small blind is like you're basically betting in to play a hand. The big blind is a larger bet that says like, I am definitely playing this hand. And then this one, they introduce the boss, which is like the big guy that you have to go at the very end and beat. And you have to earn a certain amount of money or points. And then when you earn that amount of points, you get to move to the next section. You win some cash, and then you get to buy more cards. And you start with a deck of 52 cards, just like you would with anything, any else. And you have a certain amount of discards and a certain amount of hands that you can play to win the round. And the object of the game is that each card has a certain amount of points or chips that they are worth. And they are usually the value, like in the starter deck, they all start with the same value of their face. So an ace is technically 11 because in poker, it can either be a 1 or an 11. And like in blackjack, you have your kings, all your face cards are 10. And then so on and so on, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so you're basically just trying to make connections, right? You're trying to be like, cool, like I need to make the best hand I can. So I'm trying to either do like a 2-pair, I'm trying to do a flush, a straight flush, or whatever else, and they all earn you points. Where the game sounds simple enough, but where the game gets super fucking addictive is where after you win or beat your blind, you then get money that you then go and buy cards, and you can buy booster packs, and you can buy jokers, you can buy these things called tarot. Well, they're called tarot cards, but you can buy tarot cards, and they all start to do different things. So like you'll buy a tarot card that'll be like, hey, we're going to take the ace and we're going to make it foil, and foil aces now get 50 points plus the additional 11 points. And then you might get a joker that says, hey, every time that you play a foil ace, it's going to be upgraded ×2. So you're going to get double the points every single time that you play it for this round. And you just kind of continue to build these crazy decks to try to make the best possible hand that you can. You can have things that say, hey, turn all of the cards that I just played into hearts. So now half of my deck, or however many cards, are heart cards, right? So I have a better chance of getting like a straight flush, which earn me more points. And it's just, that's the loop. Like that's just the loop of it. Well, I see you stroking your beard over there and saying, what?
I don't know. I don't know any kind of like, I'm not familiar. The only gambling that I am like even a little bit familiar with is like blackjack.
Yeah. I was gonna say like goldfish, but
goldfish. The fuck? Goldfish. Oh, they said goldfish. I was like, what the fuck is goldfish?
It's an interesting concept. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's a weird take on the gambling world.
Yeah. The nice thing is that if you don't know enough or don't know anything about gambling, it teaches you, because which I guess that's not nice.
That's a great game to show your kids.
Teaches you how to gamble. No, well, it just like the run info section, that little button that you see, for anybody that is here watching, again, watch us live. But the run info section, it tells you like, hey, like you're going for two, like this is what 2 of a kind are. This is what a flush is. This is what a straight flush is. So you're not just kind of like left out in the cold if you don't understand gambling. And even if you don't like gambling at all, like the gambling aspect of it is extremely, extremely like low. Like it's just basically the paint around this roguelike deck building card game. Like if you took these cards and took out the fact that they are actual playing cards and just put in like, hey, monster cards, right? And you're going to have 2 monsters, or you need 3 monsters of this kind, 2 monsters of that kind. There you go, right? Like it's it's just the facade that is out front to like make this stand out in a way that is different than all the other, roguelike deck building card games that are out there. You're getting a vision right now of like the shop and how the shop works, and this is a little bit of the tutorial, so it tells you like, hey, like buy a joker, buy a tarot card, buy this. Let me fast forward just a little bit so you guys can kind of see, but it's, I'm telling you, like, it's super.
I'm looking some stuff up about this, and it is actually wild, the success of this game.
Yes,
It grossed $1 million in 8 hours from a solo developer who doesn't play poker and is not familiar with other deck builder games. So
That's hilarious.
for some reason just decided that this was going to be his
man.
Yeah,
just
the
come out with
solo
these
dev world
bangers.
is awesome. It's just it's wild that somebody who has no no experience in either world made a game in both worlds, and it's succeeding like it is.
Yeah,
that is definitely impressive.
Here's the other crazy thing is that they allowed for the demo to be played for like 15 hours. You could dump like 15 hours into the demo and it doesn't stop you.
As much time as I would probably play a game like this and then not touch it again.
I mean,
no, that's just me. I burn out a game, so I play these games. I'm like, oh, this is the best thing ever. I play it for like 20 hours, and then I'm like, yeah, all right, that was the thing about the past.
Here's the sad thing about where I think that they missed is that this is not on mobile. Like, this should have been a
great mobile game for sure,
because you don't have a lot of like extra button hitting and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's very
how fast are like around.
Are
like
you sure it's not on
obviously,
because
I
keep going.
I'm almost 100% sure. I mean, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure because I specifically looked to see.
You're right.
It's console. It's PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. Is where
Google just be lying to me because the first thing you see whenever you type in Balatro is mobile game.
Really? That's weird.
But yeah, it's not on its list of platforms.
Somebody, if they don't
asking for it to be mobile,
if the dev does not put it out on mobile, someone's going to rip this off. I'm telling you right now, somebody will rip this off. There's someone right now already in the process, because this is not serious assets. Like, this is easy.
You could recreate this within hours if you just have simple dev skills. But
it looks like, by the way, our YouTube side has ironed itself out. So if you're wanting to head over there, you're more than welcome to. So.
And my question though was how fast like could you potentially run through like just a regular run of this game?
Well, so there's not. I mean, your run is never ending.
So it's not after you kill the big blind or whatever.
So you go through. So right now, like this, what you're seeing is called the hook. And that is a boss. So every, I guess, round, like, well, not round, but every run, I don't know what you would call it, but like every section, right, is three things. It's the small blind, big blind, boss, and then you beat that, and then it gets harder, right? So now, like on the boss, I have to earn $600 during this one. So I'll run through that, beat the boss, and then now my next one will be small blind is 700. Big blind is 900, and it just keeps progressing harder and harder.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It just keeps
I can
going.
see the fun in that.
And you can do some wacky shit, man. There is stuff in here that just like you would not think of. And until I started to fall into the rabbit hole of Balatro, of like really, what you could do. Because at first I was just like, okay, well, cool. Like, yeah, I was going through this and beating stuff like extremely easily. Like I was just like, this is dumb. Like
you're a gambling pro, right?
Yeah, I'm a pro. I'm a master.
Of course.
Right? Counting cards. But then you started to see like, oh, like there is like a whole meta game that's happening underneath of like, can I build my discards? Can I I need to use all my discards and then build my hands up, but then I need to do everything. Like it's wild. Like the stuff that you can start to do, like you can get like to-do lists for jokers that make it like so that if you do the to-do list and your jokers doubled in size and now they re-trigger all over again. And then it like there's things that are just like you want to play in normal poker you would never win off a high card. Like you just don't want like only playing a high card. You wouldn't like just play an ace and try to win a game. But there's cards in here that are like, hey, only play the high card, and if you play the high card it's worth like 150 times the value of what it normally would be. Like it's very, again, it's just good. Like it's a very simplistic but deep good game with what you can do. And it's very easy to understand. I wish you guys could hear the music. The music is choice. Like it's just this like very 8-bitty like chip tune, like
elevator music, or
not even.
no?
It's like honestly,
Is it smooth jazz like from the B movie?
Like, ooh,
no, it's like it
Why
is
did
like
you have to reference that?
if you walked into a 19 like 70s like I don't know, like
Speakeasy or
circus,
something?
no, like circus. Like you're on the strip in
Okay.
1977, and it's fucking like this old school circus with like smoke everywhere. Like people have been sitting in the same seat for like fucking 2 days on a bender, and like this just music in the background. I don't know. It just
There's
takes
something
you.
I always appreciate about Sin is how well he paints these pictures for us of
Yeah.
the simplest things. You know, just talking about the music. You know,
It's
in a
just
game.
good.
I
Like
know.
I absolutely love games and developers like this, like Vampire Survivors, that take off that for rightful reasons. And like chat is saying, you know, this game is way more fun than it truly has the right to be for what it looks like on its surface. But damn it, man, is it good? Like it's
Man.
just a fucking good game.
It seems awesome, and like we said, like these solo devs, man, they kill it. It's them with the creativity to come up with this unique idea that nobody else is doing, and they just sell it, man. They hit it.
like
Yeah.
overwhelmingly positive. 10,000 reviews on Steam. Like when
much
does
is it?
that happen? $14, $15,
Uh,
$15. Yeah.
yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's made by developed by Local Thunk is the
Thunk?
developer. Local Thunk. First
Nice.
game that they developed
Bravo.
on it. So congratulations to them. That is Balatro. Again, highly recommend if you are into card games, if you are into roguelikes, not even if you're into gambling at all. Just go stop by, give it a try. You'll be pleasantly surprised at how much fun you'll have in this game.
Thank you for checking out the patch notes. If you enjoyed this small selection from our podcast, come and join us every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the full unfiltered pre-patch podcast. And check out our past shows on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast.